Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Myself Ashwin Nayak. From today, going to start social science for ninth standard. So in this class, let us start the political science part. The first chapter is our constitution. So in this chapter, we have to learn in the main points are the Constitution's Assembly of Constitution, Drafting Committee and Framing Constitution, the preamble to the Constitution, the silent futures of the Constitution, and then the fundamental rights, duties, and directive principles of the state policy. So those are all points we have to study in this class. So first of all, what is Constitution? So constitutions means constitution is the essential for any democratic country. It is the volume of a rule and regulation which determine the nature of the state and the system of this government that implements its policies to achieve the basic aim and objectives of the state and its duties. So let us start at that first point, the Indian Constitution Assembly. The Indian Constitution Assembly. The Constitution is a set rules and regulation, the guiding the administrations of the state. The recommendations of this, the Motilal Nehru Committee and its decisions to taken by the meeting of National Congress at Karachi in 1939. As per the recommendation of the Cabinet Commission, the Cabinet Assembly with Indian members was framed the 1946. The Assembly had the 389 members with the partition of the Indian. The total number came down the 299. There were the 7 members from the Mysore Princess states. The first meeting of the new Constitution Assembly was held on this 9th December 1946. And the next committee to assemble the meeting on the 11th December 1946. So under this chairmanship of Rajendra Prasad, under the chairmanship of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, like Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, C. Rajagopalachari and K.M. Munshi, Sarojini Naidu, Suchetan Krupalini, and attend this meeting. Some other prominent peoples of this Karnataka, for example, S. Nijlingappa, K.C. Reddy, and Kengal Hanmantaya, Tekur Subramaniam, and others were also the presented on the Indian Constitution Assembly. And then next, let us start the another main drafting committee. The Constitution's Assembly, the formed 22 committees and 5 subcommittees to examine in detail all issues related to the country. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of one of the most important committees. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of one of the most important committee, The drafting committee based on the contributions to the framing to the constitution. He is called as the chief architect of Indian constitution. For example, in this exam purpose, he has to say this one mark question. Who was based who was the chief of architect of Indian constitution? What was that answer? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the drafting, the chief architect of Indian constitution. The other members of this committee were Gopalaswamy Iyengar, already Krishnaswamy Iyer, K.M. Munshi, Krishna Machari, and some other the element of this statesman. So this is the informations of this drafting committee. Okay, look at that. So these are all members he has to participate in this drafting committee chairman. Next, the framing the constitution. The Continent Assembly took 11 months and 18 days to complete its work. So, the Constitution Assembly took 11 months and 18 days to complete its work. So, during this decision, the various law enacted by this British government in 1909, the 1919 and 1935. The British Parliament, the American Bill to write the social directive, the policies of Ireland was studied and some element of those who were incorrupted. Finally, the Indian Constitution was approved on the 26th November in 1949 and came into force on 26th January the 1950. So this day is celebrated on this Republic Day. So when we are all celebrated that Republic Day, January 26th, the 1950, in this day we are all celebrated that Republic Day. Especially yearly we have celebrated January 26th is on that Republic Day. Next, the preamble to the Constitution. Preamble to the Constitution. Okay, look at that. This is the preamble to the Constitution. The Indian Constitutions as combined in itself and the best features of this different constitution of the world and has its own preamble. The preamble contains the fundamental policies, the ideal of this constitution. It is some of the structure, values, principles and goals of this constitution. It is based on aspiration and ideals of the people of India. The preamble is a part of objective resolution formed by Jawaharlal Nehru, the December 13, the 1946. The resolution uphold the nature of Indian, sovereign, democratic, republic nature, social, economic and political justice for the all people in uphold of this the framing to the constitution. It has been described as the jewel of the constitution. So, it describes our political system and is a key to the understand our constitution. So, it has been described to the jewel of constitution. K.M. Munshi as refers to it is the political horoscope. And then, so we, the Indian citizen, so we are all Indian citizen, you know. The preamble of the Constitution begins with the citizen of India. The Indian Constitution is framed by these Indians. So it strives to do fulfill of dreams of all Indians. At that first point, the sovereign. India is a sovereign country and not under the control of any other countries in the world. It has its own foreign policies, non-alignment policies, and 5-year plan by implementing which the country has achieved internal and external the autonomy. And the next, the socialist. The goal of our constitution is the creative social equality and promoting welfare of all the people in our country to enable these directive principles of the state policy in the constitution. The amendment, the 42 done in the 1976, its amendment lands reforms and other progressive economic reforms were introduced. And the next one, the secular. The word secular has been incorporated in constitution. The amendment, the 42 in the 1976, the no religion has given the state of this national religion. So India is a secular country. The citizens have the liberty to practice any religion they desire. So all religions have equal states on this, the India. Next one, the democratic republic. Securing the happiness of this everyone in the responsibility of the government in democracy. The problems are solved through the discussion. The elections are held every 4 years through the univer adult the franchise. In fact, that our head of the state is the President of India. For example, who was the head of this in this state? So answer is President. Who is elected for a period of 5 years proves that our country is a republic. And the next. Okay, look at the silent features of our constitution. So which are the silent features of our constitution? I did first one, the written and lengthy constitution. Our constitution is in written form. The power and functions of the organs of the government, like that the legislative, executive and judiciary have been defined in the constitution. Fundamental rights, duties, direct principles of the state policies, so are all in the written forms originally. Our constitution consisted of 22 chapters, 8 skills and 395 articles. The amendments, it has become the lengthy constitutions with the 25 chapter, the 12 schedules and 465 articles is there. And then second point, partially flexible and fairly the rigid constitution. The constitution which have been easy amendment is called the flexible or simple constitution. This constitution that have special produced of amendments are called writs or completed constitution. So our constitution is neither too flexible nor too writs. And then third one, the future, the parliamentary forms of government. So our constitution the provide for the parliamentary form of this government. The sovereign powers of this nation is vested in elected parliament. The executive is responsible to the legislative at the central and the state level. The cabinet shall be in power as long as it's enjoy this the confidence of legislative. And the next fourth point, the republican system. The constitution has declared Indian is a republic. The head of the country is indirectly elected by the citizen. In India, the president is the constitutional head of the state and he is elected. In India, the president is the constitutional head of the state and he is elected. And the next fifth one point, the federal system. So our constitution provide for the federal systems of government because our country consists of the different languages, caste, race, geographical religion. Administrative powers are shared by the central and the state government. The Supreme Court, the supposed to power to solve all these dispute rising between the center and the state with the respect to the any subject. And then seventh one point, fundamental rights. The rights that the constitutions have the given to the people are called as fundamental rights. No law for any government, central or state or any organization can deny these rights. If the fundamental rights are taken away, the citizen can directly appeal to that High Court or Supreme Court. So these rights are listed in the third part of this constitution. Next, fundamental duties. Fundamental duties are our responsibility towards our country. The 11 fundamental duties have been delineated in A part. Through the 86th Amendment to the Constitution in 2002, it has been made a duty of parents to provide the compulsory education to their children aged between 6 to 14 years. This is the 11 duties mentioned in this constitution. So those are all words. So these are all 8. Some others 8 points are the silent features of our constitution. So in the silent features of our constitution is, okay, once again repeat that main point. The written and lengthy constitution, particularly the flexible and rich constitution, parliamentary forms of government, the republican system, federal system, fundamental rights that government has given to the 7 fundamental rights is there, and then the 11 the fundamental duties in our Indian constitution. Okay, let us stop now. In my next class, let us start the fundamental rights and duties of our Indian Constitution, and then the direct principles of the state policies. Thank you for watching this video.